It's time to do a new series, and to be honest, I got this idea from Omega Look because he's been doing a series where it's a limited series where he goes to a club, they have a challenge, and he tries to complete the challenge with their club. And he took Union Berlin to the Champions League. Now I want to do something similar, but here we're gonna do it in a different way. We're gonna basically take a club to the Champions League, which is basically the same thing. However, each series is going to feature a different tactic. It's something I wanted to do because I suddenly got very bored playing the same old tactics. So I'm the kind of guy that needs new tactics all the time. So we are going to go to France. We're going to take over at Lens. And we are going to try and get them into the Champions League as soon as possible. I'm excited because it's going to be one tactic for that one team. We're not going to change the tactic. We're going to tweak it in different ways because this is all leading up to a new series for you guys, which is going to be about tactics and how we can adapt our tactics to different kind of systems. So you're going to have a 4-2-3-1. How do you play against a 4-2-3-1? There's a 4-3-3. What would you have to be careful about when you're playing a 4-3-3? Yes, plenty of things here. But we want to do this with different teams. And I don't even know if it's going to work. If you know me by now, I'm firing a lot of people at this club. If you're working with the under-19 team and you've got a bad personality, we're kicking you out of the club. Simple as. But yeah, we got a back three system we can work with. Yeah, because you get this information. It tells you basically your team is built for these kind of systems, and so we're going to play a back three, man. There's a strong possibility there might be multiple seasons condensed within a 10-episode series. Very quickly, let's cover our transfers. We haven't spent that much money. We've gone out, added Anthony Rual as a defender. He's a very good option, considering the fact that we don't really have a lot of tall defenders in Lens. And who can say no to Dennis Sherburny? Dennis Sherburny as a kind of a strong target man, kind of striker. He is definitely worth it at about, a net spend of 1.1 million. I'm happy. We've also got a free signing in Diego Rubio, but he'll join us in the January transfer window. Our tactics are simple 3-4-2-1. We want the width to come from our wingbacks, so we'll be bombing down the flanks. We've got an attack pattern that features 3 roles in front and a playmaker, shadow striker, and a poacher, but there'll be minimal PIs across this whole tactic. I don't want to bog it down with too many play instructions. After the first couple of matches, I noticed that this is a fairly solid defensive system. We're not giving away too many easy chances. And up front, Dennis Sherburny already kicked off the season with a debut goal in his very first game. Even though my fans were disappointed that Lois Openda didn't make his debut, I, on the other hand, was very impressed with our passing combinations in the opening game. This is a good sign of things to come. And as far as training is concerned, the only team that's going to have a training schedule is the main team. That's it. The rest of the teams, they're being delegated. I want to know how they develop without my intervention. The goal of this show is basically to play an entire season with one formation, right? Minimal intervention in terms of training. What we want to know is, what do we have to do against different kinds of formations? We dropped points to Monaco, as you can see, we're second on the table. Our next match is going to be against 7th place Lorient. I want to try different players out. We've got some players that have been playing well. I'm not too sure about our left back, Machado. Normally, we've been playing with Frankowski, but his numbers have been 6.63. Haidara has been the better player in that position, so I'm trying out different players to see who's going to be the best player for this position. All right, so here we go. Lens against Lorient. Lorient are playing a 4-2-3-1. And here the 4-2-3-1 is a pretty interesting system because in order for them to do a lot of damage, they'll have to get these DMs into my third. Now, if I can put the DMs under pressure, then they'll be defending quite a fair bit. And then I just have to worry about balls over the top towards these players. So that goal here is to keep possession as much as possible, deny them possession, and then maybe we might have a great chance. Of course, our best chances I think are going to come on the transition. We're going to maintain the same tactic. I don't plan to make too many changes, but here the higher tempo might not suit us. I'm just going to drop the tempo slightly. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is we do dribble less. Maybe we want to go camping in their third. That we can do easily by just changing 1 or 2 instructions. If we can go work ball into box with low crosses, this way the wingbacks go down the flanks and they try and drop in crosses. It's a positive mentality. Positive mentalities tend to be the passing is a bit more shorter. Here, distributing the center backs with our counter press and counter. We'll see how the game unfolds before I make a change. Match is underway. All I'm doing is looking at things like possession, making sure we keep the ball and create goal scoring opportunities. Here we're putting a bit of pressure. I don't want to, this is good work. We force them into clearing the ball here. Ball goes out to Machado, Shibani, the shadow striker. We go back to the goalkeeper. This is not too bad. It's good movement. Yeah. Possession is central here because I don't want the 4-2-3-1 to go camping. That's it. I don't want them to be able to bring their fullbacks and their wingbacks into our area, and Shibani gives us the opening goal. Yeah, this is nice. It's a good transition. We keep the ball away from them, and then they mess up defensively. We get this is our Regista, the wingback crossing to our shadow striker. He finds the back of the net. So as long as I keep the numbers up, we should be fine. Keep the ball away from the opposition. This is the reason why I drop tempo. Right? I don't want the tempo to be too high. I don't want them to go out the first sign, to go out to the flanks immediately. All right, here we go. This is what I was worried about. These are the DMs now. They are here now that I don't want to see this happening, because if this happens, we could be in trouble. It's a good shot. We'll have to demand more from our boys. I don't want to see that at all. This is one of those matches where all I want to do is keep the ball. So we can drop the tempo some more, and I can remove world ball into box now and just go mix crosses. The other thing I could do is counter pressing, but we're just going to open our shape up a bit, right? Just to win the ball back. And I don't think we need to do that either. Yeah. One over the top. Keeper gathers that. He rolls it out to a ball-playing defender. We're keeping the ball relatively well. Encouraging them to press us. That's the goal. Thereby creating more space for our three in front to try and create goal-scoring opportunities. Machado has started quite well, 7.4. All right, here we go. Our white centre-back. This is our ball-winning midfielder, our Regista. This is what I like about the poacher, right? He doesn't just run off. But they might come out to attack us to get the equalizer. That's when we'll bring on Openda. He can be an advanced forward. That'll be just a small change to the role in front, could pay dividends on the counter. Here we go. Shibani, the shadow striker, finds Sotoka. He shoots. It's a second goal. Beautiful work from our shadow striker. The keeper came out. He missed the interception. This is a defensive error, right? So looking at this player, this is what we want to do, right? Look at the DMs. They get split. And then we get these line breakers. We're out here. If we had played an advanced forward, there would have been a similar result. I think he would have just gone earlier. This is a nice move, right? So our shadow striker finding the perfect pass. So this is a simple goal. This is a terrible defending. Yeah. The two central defenders split wide a bit too much. Okay, we got Junior Onana, 7.0. We're playing quite well. That's one goal for our shadow striker, one goal for our poacher, Alu. We don't need to put pressure on them. We just allow them to work the ball out. If you want to see the opposition instructions, these opposition instructions are pretty straightforward. What we're going to do is we have the wing back. We are encouraging these wing backs to go down the flank. Right? Because we don't want them to pass. We just want them to go down the flank, like pass it to this player, and then they'll have to cross the ball, right, and deal with it. So you notice this has got no, normally what I like to do in a lot of my systems is I like them to come inside, not be able to use the flanks, and then we'll just tackle them here. No, this time we're not doing that. We're just allowing them to cross the ball, but apparently they can't do that, so they're getting shut off. So Toka the poacher, our AP didn't do well. Lagoff, okay. Yeah, we're keeping them across. Oh, that's a good attempt from them. All right, Dennis Shibani is not looking 100%, so we're going to take him off. And we need another shadow striker. See, he's not a bad shadow striker. So we're going to bring the Costa on for Shibani in the second half. So we want fresh legs in the center of park. We just substituted our Regista. We need players that can do a lot of hard work in the middle. Well, that's not too bad. It was a good win. Very efficient 2-0 win. I like this win. It was very efficient. We kept the ball away from the opposition, and we got a relatively simple win. Our passing combinations against Lorient, solid. I mean, we've got plenty of possession down the middle, as you can see, plenty of good link-up play. And I think we're going to keep doing what we're doing here. Our defenders performed really well. We kept the ball away from the opposition. As you can see, the momentum of the match largely in our favor, as well as we dominated possession. Didn't allow Lorient any chances to use their two DMs and bring the ball up the pitch. Considering how we played, I'm happy. And it's definitely going to be a strategy whenever I play a 4-2-3-1. Now, the 3-4-2-1 is an interesting formation. I think it is defensively very rugged. There are plenty of options, and we have only just skimmed the surface. Because as the season progresses, we're going to be faced with more formations. What are we going to do against them? Yes, the 4-2-3-1 is relatively simple in my book. If you want to play well against a 4-2-3-1, and you have three defenders, all you got to usually do to make sure is that you've got your three defenders not overexposed, meaning you're not sending them up the pitch too prematurely. Then you also want to deny them possession of the ball and perhaps play to your strengths, which is what we did. We're now stronger in the air, so I let them cross all day long. We have two defenders that can handle the job really well. And then on the break, we can attack them down the flanks. And I find that we can even keep possession of the ball if we play slightly differently. These are the things that I want to do on this show. I want to talk about how we can play in different styles with the same formation against different teams. The goal here is to offer options. Moving forward, this is the plan. On this channel, we're going to show what we do with respect to the 3-4-2-1 versus certain formations. And on BTN Live, where I live stream and I do longer playthroughs, yes, there will be longer playthroughs for this series where we won't be editing anything down. We will just show 1 or 2 games and what I've had to do. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this new series. Meanwhile, you guys stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.